Now students, as we have discussed about solution, suspension and colloid, here is a table of all the properties of these three, and there are total 6 points which you have to learn. First is it is homogeneous, solution is homogeneous, colloid it appears to be homogeneous but actually it is heterogeneous, suspension it is heterogeneous. Second is the particles are very small, that is less than 10 raised to the power minus 9 meter, which is also known as 1 nanometer. So the particles are very much small, that is they are less than 1 nanometer. Colloidal particles, they are between the range 1 to 1000 nanometer. So 1 nanometer is again 10 raised to the power minus 9 meter. So if we talk about suspension, then they are larger than 1000 nanometer in diameter. So the most big particles are of suspension, medium that of colloid, and minimum size is of solution particles. Third property is the particles are not visible even with powerful microscope, that is of solution. In colloid, the particles are visible by electron microscope or powerful microscopes. Then third one, the particles are visible by naked eyes in suspension. Then fourth point is the entire solution passes through filter paper. So if you are taking any type of filter paper, the solution will pass through it. That means it do not get filtered. Then colloid, the particles can pass through ordinary filter paper but not through Whatman filter paper. There is one filter paper which is ordinary, another one is which is known as Whatman filter paper. It is having small pore size. So according to the pore size, there are different types of filter papers. So in ordinary filter paper, the pore size is more, so colloid can pass through it, so it do not get filtered. But through Whatman filter paper, some of the particles will get filtered. If we talk about suspension, then the particles cannot pass through the filter paper, that means they get filtered. Fifth point, the particles do not show Tyndall effect in solution. Particles show Tyndall effect in colloid, and they may or may not show Tyndall effect in suspension, because if the suspension particles the size is nearly that of colloidal particles, then they may show Tyndall effect sometimes, but otherwise they do not show Tyndall effect. Then the last point is the particles do not settle down due to gravity in solution. For example, salt solution, sugar solution, if you are keeping it for hours, then also there will be no distinct boundaries formed, there will be no settling down of sugar or salt. Whereas if we talk about colloid, the particles do not settle down due to gravity, for example in milk, cheese, hair cream, etc. Then suspension, the particles settle down due to gravity. For example, when we are taking mud in water, chalk powder in water, as I have shown you the solution also, chalk powder in water, and dust storm, etc. Now let's discuss element, compound and mixture. Element, it is the basic form of matter that cannot be broken down into simpler substances by physical or chemical methods. There are total 119 elements which you will be studying in the periodic table also in higher classes. So elements, for example gold, silver, or hydrogen, oxygen, carbon, all these are metals, non-metals and metalloids which we have discussed before. All are elements and these are pure substances. So there is only one kind of atom or particle in it, so they cannot be broken down into simpler substances by any of the physical or chemical methods. Another point is they contain only one type of atoms that we have discussed only. And compound, if we talk about this, a compound is a substance made up of two or more elements chemically combined with one another in fixed ratio. Here fixed ratio is important because if you want to make a particular compound, the ratio of the combining element should be fixed. For example, if you want to make water, then you have to take 2 atoms of hydrogen and 1 atom of oxygen, that is fixed for every type of water molecule, whether it may be of sea, river, lake, tap, any of the water. Then second point is they are pure substances with fixed melting and boiling point. They are also pure substances because when they are chemically bounded or combined now, then they are forming a particular compound, and molecule that is formed is also considered a pure substance. They are having a particular fixed melting and boiling point. Then next is components cannot be separated by physical methods as they are chemically bonded with each other. Another is properties are different from the constituents. That means the properties of compound is different from the constituent elements. For example, we were talking about water. So hydrogen is having different properties whereas oxygen is having different properties. But the properties of water is entirely different from both of these, hydrogen and oxygen. So now let's see the next point. It is represented by chemical formula. For example, H2O, CO2, NaCl, HCl, H2SO4, etc. Then mixture. Mixture contains more than one type of element or compound which are mixed in any ratio. That means the ratio is not fixed. These do not have same kind of atoms. That means different kinds of elements, atoms, molecules, they can be mixed with each other, or different types of compounds are mixed with each other. For example, if we are taking any solution, then water is a compound and salt is a compound. So two different compounds are there, they are mixed with each other and salt solution will be prepared. So that is a mixture. Then components can be separated by physical methods. Also chemical methods are used in this type of separation, and properties are same as the constituents. That means if you are mixing salt and sugar, or you are mixing salt in water or sugar in water, then the properties remain same. That means the properties of sugar and water will remain same. They do not have fixed melting and boiling point. It depends on the mixing, means it depends on the mixture, that whether the solute is more or the solvent is more. So every time the melting boiling point is not fixed, because the ratio of combining elements or compounds is also not fixed. So example is iron and sulfur. Iron fillings and sulfur powder, when they are mixed, that is mixture. NaCl and H2O, that is salt and water. Sugar and water, these are solutions, and all these are considered as mixtures. So all the topics given by the revised syllabus of CBSE we have completed here, and after this there are some topics of separation techniques which are given in your NCERT. They are not coming in the syllabus. So here we are completed with the chapter.